Hello everyone and welcome to episode 12 of the New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel using TEW 2020 as it is the Power Struggle Tour. What I thought was going to be a nice little quick tour that would be like 3 or 4 shows. Then I was like, wait a minute, completely forgot that we have the best Super Junior Tag League to do. So, as the Super Junior Tag League happening this tour, we have to push back Power Struggle, which is fine. It's no big deal. I just had to push it back to the next week, but that was something that completely forgot about. We'll fix that for the next year, as we'll make that schedule a little bit more useful. But we, for these Road 2 shows, obviously these 7 Road 2 shows, because it's going to be an 8-team Super Junior tag, the Super Junior Tag League. So we have that going on. We also are going to crown new Never Openweight 6-man champions at the Power Struggle show, and so much more. As before, obviously, we get into the booking and whatnot, I'm going to go through the tour goals and the card for Power Struggle. As we're over 100 shows so far in. I don't know how in the hell we've done it, in 12 episodes. I think we're at like 117 or something like that. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So there's going to be 8 6-man teams. We'll battle it out throughout the Road 2 shows. And then the finals will take place at Power Struggle, which you see there will be the opener. As I want to get back to the 80-plus range of show ratings. I think we can do it, especially with this card. I think this card's going to be pretty good. We shall see how that goes. And the Toru Yano heavyweight title run, it's a go. As the main event you see there, Yano versus Naito after Yano beat him in the G1. So we're going to go over what's happening at the Strong shows plus the Super Junior Tag League before we run into the actual card. As the Strong taping, this taping doesn't really matter. It's Jeff Cobb, Rocky Romero was at 48, Calvin Tankman and Lee Moriarty was 35. Then Hanare and Mikey Nichols was at 22. Not great, but this was kind of the more important date as the 2 semifinal matches for the Strong Openweight title were the main and co-main. As the co-main, Jeff Cobb, Calvin Tankman. Cobb beats Tankman, advancing to the finals. And Shelley beats Josh Alexander with 61. It's one of the best Strong matches we'll ever have. The Shelley wins that, advancing to the finals. So we'll have Shelley and Cobb. We'll have Jonathan Gresham and Carl Fredericks in the Velocities against Alex Coughlin and Clark Carnes, which actually did better than the Gresham-Carl Fredericks match. There is that, as far as how the Strong tapings have been. As for the Junior Tag League, we have Alex Reynolds and John Silver for Dark Order. The Lucha Brothers, obviously the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. 1 or 8 of Master Wato and Raisuke Taguchi. Figure might as well just make that official in this series as well. Roppongi 3K, El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru for Suzuki-gun, El Phantasmo and Taiji Shimori of Bullet Club, Ryu Lee and Flamita, so the Junior Heavyweight Champion right there in Ryu Lee and Flamita. Then Top Flight round up the last team. It was tough between Velocities and Top Flight. Went with Top Flight. That might have been a mistake, but it was tough on the call. Really could have went either way there. As for the card, we have the opener, which is the finals, which will be a Chaos team versus the Dark Order team as Ishii, Goto, and Rocky Romero take on the Dark Order team of Black Taurus and the Disciples of Darkness. The New Japan Strong Openweight Tournament Finals of Alex Shelley and Jeff Cobb. We've got a graphic for that. Then we have Joe Doring and Brody Lee. As for, this is Joe Doring before he leaves back to All Japan. He's got one more piece of business, and that's to take on the Exalted One. And after they had their double count out, they're going to have a special singles match on the Power Struggle show. So there will be a Super Junior Tag League Finals. Obviously, that'll happen after this match. Then there's going to be an IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match. So Ryu Lee's going to take on a mystery opponent. It will be revealed very, very soon. And then for the Never Openweight title matchup of Shingo Takagi and Zack Sabre Jr., the now new Never Openweight champion. As this should be very, very fun. Shingo beat Zack during the G1 Climax, and that match did very, very well. It was a 75, and I think it'll maybe be even better this time around. We'll see. I have a good feeling about it. It should be a very, very fun match. Obviously, they just had some banger matches in 2021, so to have it a little early in 2020 is very, very fun. And then for the right to take on the IWGP Heavyweight Champion of Wrestle Kingdom, as Kota Ibushi looks to beat Jay White yet again, as Jay White, of course, having that briefcase, as he's got a chance to, if he wins here, he keeps the briefcase, or if he loses, he'll be the first person to win the G1 Climax and lose the briefcase and not main event a night of Wrestle Kingdom. Should be very, very bummer for him. That's a fun match, obviously. The roles were a little bit different in the real one that happened, where Jay White took on Kota Ibushi after Ibushi won the G1. He ended up beating him during the block, and then he ended up beating Kota Ibushi to become the new briefcase holder. If the first time someone lost the briefcase, thanks to a roll-up with the feet on the ropes. Then, for the main event, IWGP Heavyweight title matchup, as it is Toru Yano taking on Tetsuya Naito. Very fun match here. We're throwing Yano in a main event. Probably his one and only main event. Should be fun now. Should be a fun match. Will we completely turn this series upside down and have Toru Yano beat Tetsuya Naito for the heavyweight title? Maybe. Stranger things have happened when I am a booker of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that is the cards. And without further ado, let's get on with the show. I'm just going to save just in case something fucking bad happens. Here we go. Alright, so first day, let's get us some corking. We'll probably keep that. So this video, I know it's probably going to be a little delayed as far as when you're going to see this now. But that's okay. It's no big deal. Tis the holidays and whatnot. I'll be close to a sellout in Corkin. I guess not really the holiday right now, but it's around Thanksgiving time. So there might be some delays throughout the Thursday and Friday videos as well. So just kind of watch out for that. So I believe we only have 4 matches of the Super Junior Tag League. But then there's also the Never Openweight 6-man tournament matches going on. And so I'm thinking that will probably open up the show, to be honest. Maybe not, though, because, this match is pretty awesome. It's Chaos and Bullet Club, Ishii, Goto, and Rocky against Fale and G.O.D. So Ishii's going to be Fale in this one, obviously, as they're going to go on to the finals. So we kind of already know how it's going to play out. But I think that might actually be the main event. Probably, at least. In my opinion, probably should be the main. So, just as far as kind of where everything else can kind of fit, not really sure, to be honest. I'm assuming the co-main will be this El Phantasmo and Ishimori against Rey Horus and Flamita, which, actually, I want to make sure, because I think I was going to have it be, it was going to be Ryu Lee instead, and I forgot to change it, so I wanted to make sure that gets changed to Rey Horus. There we go. Yes, I just wanted to... I was like, I think he's still set for that. Yeah, that's why, again, that's why Ryu Lee is having his title match. So we're going to have El Phantasmo and Ishimori, as they're going to beat Max of Blood of Rey Horus and Flamita. It's going to be interesting to see how Rey Horus does. Obviously, he's not been used by us yet, and his pop is not great. But, his skills are obviously very awesome, and I think, right now he's the AAA World Trios champion. He's booked kind of everywhere. He's been in Ring of Honor, he's been in PWG. Because he's Rey Horus, he's awesome. I'm just kind of curious to see how he's doing in PWG. He's 55 in PWG. I'm expecting around there, mid-50s, probably low 50s, would be my guess. See how he does. Then we'll probably do El Desperado Yoshinobu Kanemaru against Lucha Brothers, with Lucha Brothers beating Suzuki-gun, as Pentagon Jr. is going to pin Despy. The Junior Champs winning on the first night. And then probably Reynolds and Silver against Roppongi 3 Count. I don't know why I was thinking of Alex Shelley there, as Show is going to beat no matter who between Reynolds and Silver. I really didn't care who take the falls. That's 2 points for Roppongi 3K. And then the opener will probably be one or 8 against Top Flight, with 1 or 8 beating Top Flight, as Taguchi, obviously the best guy in the match, will be getting the win there. So, just as far as what the opener will be, not really sure, to be honest. Because, like, we could kind of go a lot of different routes. We can go a singles match to make it a little different. Because, like, I kind of want to do Kojima and, like, Alexander Hammerstone, weirdly enough, just to kind of get him on the cards and get him kind of squared away as far as in New Japan. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to give it 16 with Kojima getting the win. You know, Kojima's going to carry, but I think as a whole, the match should do pretty well. As far as it might even be one of the best matches on the card. Won't be that main event because of Ishii, but that's okay. So yeah, that's day 1 of the Power Struggle shows as Road to Power Struggle. We'll see how it goes here. As far as, yeah, it's the 47. So hoping Kojima hit the 50s, but that's okay. It's Kojima with a lariat, and Alexander Hammerstone, who got a 33, which is not bad for his circumstances. Obviously, pop-wise, it's not great, but as far as there's some building there to be done with him. We'll see how he does as far as in the future. We got a wrist contusion for Dante Martin on the first ever match of the Super Junior Tag League. And that took a big toll on Dante, which now he's going to get outperformed by Darius a lot. Taguchi gets the win. Yeah, everybody's like 33-30. But Taguchi with a 57, he gets the win with the Frog Splash in 13:05. It's not great with that wrist contusion. And it's caused by Taguchi making the botch move. I thought for sure it was going to be Wado who caused the botch. So we got Roppongi 3K and Alex Reynolds and John Silver. So yeah, Show Penn Silver with the Power Breaker at 16:01. Yeah, Show Yo doing a good job. Reynolds with a 39-47 for John Silver, which is awesome. He's doing pretty well for New Japan. Yeah, the old Super Junior Tag League of 2020. And we got a broken toe for Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Just not in our favor as far as this tag league so far. Pentagon Jr. pinning Despy with after the package power drive foot stomp combination. Yeah, Ray Phoenix killing it. Despy was off his game, was the worst guy in the match, even with Kanemaru's broken toe. Yeah, thanks to the chemistry boost, everything kind of works out well. Just Ray Phoenix being the man as well. Broken toe, that does suck. As a 61, wow. As yeah, Ray Horse is a 44. Not great, but they have a great chemistry when teaming, so that's awesome. Mexa Blood, we're figuring it out. You know, even with releasing Bandito, I think that we could still do pretty well with this Mexa Blood teaming. As El Fantasma and Ishimori, though, great team there. As Ray Horus and Flamita lose in their first tag league, in their first tag league match, as Ishimori pinning Ray Horus with the. Wait a minute, how's he pin him with the yes on? Oh boy, we gotta change Ishimori's shit. As that's what a nightmare of a situation that was. But Ishimori and El Fantasma get the win nonetheless. And in the main event, in the right main event, for the Never 0.6-man tournament matchup, as Chaos beating Bullet Club, Ishii pinning Fale with a vertical drop brainbuster. Which, yeah, Fale was the worst guy in the match. Best guy in the match was Ishii, so it makes sense that, as far as that goes, as far as who takes the fall and who gets the win. Rocky was the second best guy in the match, though. Outperforms Goto, thanks to Goto being off his game, but good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, you know, but as far as very, very, very lucky that the Never 0.6-man tournament is kind of going on as well to kind of help boost this card even more. But yeah, you know, as far as it could be worse. We increased pop, so I mean, yeah, I have to say it's a successful start. But hopefully we can keep, as far as everything going well, hopefully the injuries won't play too much of a factor, even though it just started, and we have 2. Hopefully, with the broken toe, you know, Kanemaru should still be able to work, and the same thing for maybe the wrist contusion, maybe he won't be able to work as far as Dante Martin, but I'm assuming he will be. Just, you gotta assume, you know, in that case. But yeah, you know, that's all you can really hope for. So yeah, I think it's tomorrow, so okay, we'll have to stop the recording. Taguchi having his morale issues, great. As yeah, we'll keep this going for day 2. Alright, day 2 back at Corkin. Think we might change it. It really depends because Dark Order are going to take on Tenzan Kojima and Hayato Tamura. So I don't think that's really a great main event. I'm not really sure though. That might open the show. Just kind of really depends on what's going to be the main, because it's probably going to be Lucha Brothers or Roppongi 3K. It's a lot going on. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll probably stay in Corkin, to be honest. Not a bad idea. The first 2 nights in Corkin and kind of switch it around. So since we know that Lucha Brothers or Roppongi 3K is probably going to be the main, with Roppongi 3K beating the Junior Void Tag Team Champions of Lucha Brothers, the show's going to pin Pentagon Jr. That should be pretty fun. Co-main is a tough one to call, because it probably should be Despy and Kanemaru against Ishimori and Phantasmo, but I kind of want to do Ray Horus in 1 or 8, but then again, I know Master Wato's rating is going to be great, so we'll probably just go with this. Probably for the best. Is Ishimori, Phantasmo going to beat Suzuki-gun? Then 1 or 8 against Ray Horus and Flamita, Mexa Blood, as Taguchi is going to get the win, pinning Ray Horus. So not a great start for Mexa Blood. But 4 points though for 1 or 8, and same thing for Ishimori and Phantasmo, and also now Roppongi 3K, thanks to the nice win over the tag team champions. Top Flight they were gonna beat Reynolds and Silver, but I don't know now. Now with the injury, I don't know if it's gonna be a great idea, but we're gonna keep it. I'm just not gonna mess with anything. Just leave it as is. As Dark Order of Black Taurus and the Disciples of Darkness, Calvin Tankman and Will Hobbs take on Kojima, Tenzan, and Hayato Tamura, as Dark Order are going to get the win. It's at this technical masterclass, so I already kind of had an idea of what I wanted this card to be, and it worked out well, I think. So yeah, that's what we're going with, and we'll just save, and we'll run the show. So 51 to kick off the show. Damn, tomorrow's off his game. Pretty close. Actually, the wrong team won because of it being a technical masterclass. Because obviously this would be a lot better had it not been a technical masterclass, but kind of is what it is there. As Taurus pinning Tenzan with an Infernal Suplex in 15:39. Shout out Satoshi Kojima there, being the man. As, getting a win over Hammerstone and then coming back and losing to the Dark Order team, even though Tenzan took the fall, though, so there's that. But he was the best guy in the match, for sure. Tenzan was the worst guy in the match, so at least that made sense, that the best guy on the Dark Order team beat the worst guy on the... which is crazy, because Hayato Tamura, being off his game, still was the second best guy in the match. Because he's Hayato Tamura, and he's awesome. The 33. Yep, figured that wouldn't be great, because their pop is not great. Dante Martin, though, really shot himself in the foot with this one, because his injury sucked, but also being off his game really hurt it. Silver was off his game, which dropped him down out of the 50s, and not great. But Top Flight get a win, though, as Dante Martin taps out Alex Reynolds in 10:36. Just not great there. So 53 for Ray Horus and Flamita against 1 or 8. Wrong team won, especially with the chemistry boost. And Ray Horus is probably going to be in the 50s by the time this tour is over. And it seems like he's already at a 47. But, yeah, 1 or 8 get the win over Mexa Blood as the crossface chicken wing face buster. The Dokken as, Wado is a link in that match for sure, not even close. They have 4 points, though, for 1 or 8. Good, a fast start for them, as Despy and Kanemaru against Ishimori and Phantasmo. That gets 55 as Ishimori pins Kanemaru. Again, we really gotta switch his shit. As, I don't even think he's got, Bloody Cross or anything like that. We really gotta look at his stuff. As 68 for Ishimori, 42s for Despy and Phantasmo, and a 32 for Kanemaru thanks to the injury toll. Damn, which his injury is going to last 15 days, so it's going to last throughout the tour. Dante Martin says, I think 4 days. Might be 3 now. Might be, so maybe 1 more show and then he'll be fine. Hopefully. The main event's a 63, as Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. take the upset, and they lose to Roppongi 3K as Sho pins Pentagon Jr. with a shock arrow. In terms of ring work, again, Ray Phoenix, head and shoulders above everybody else, being the man. Fun stuff, though. Fun upset. Fun main event. Increased our pop still. We're surviving thanks to the Lucha Brothers. Being fucking awesome. So yeah, 2 shows down. We'll probably look at the tournament standings probably after 4 days. I think that's a fun stopping point to look. But yeah, I mean, so far, tournament, it's better than the best Super Juniors we did. It's not saying much. But I think that's because now everybody's pretty much over. I mean, it's a lot of the same people that were in that best Super Juniors, but just they were not as over as they are now. So now they're able to actually do pretty well. Negro Cross is getting. Oh boy, CMLL is releasing a lot of people. Oh boy, we might add some people. I'm not sure though. I didn't really see anybody that really caught my eye. We already have Sabarino Jr. So that's. Yep. Oh, Barbaro Cavarino, though. Could be. Could be. We might find some people out of that. But that'd probably be the only one, even though I don't know why he doesn't have a picture. Hey, he's got one there. That makes no sense. He was the Mexican national light heavyweight champion, though, after that. Because, yeah, I mean, obviously he's got some pop. Stats aren't great, though. Oof. Maybe not. I don't know. We will be doing Fantastica Mania, so, I mean, we'll probably just bring him in during that, but we'll just shortlist him for now. See, oh, yep, it's right now, so I figured that would be the case. Also, John Moxley's contract's up, as, Phoenix got released from ZMLL. Which is, it didn't make any sense, because our exclusive written deal was about to kick in anyway, so. Yep, we already got, yeah. That's fine. But yeah, John Moxley contract is coming up with AEW. So I figured the best case scenario, even though Kenta doesn't want him in here because he injured him, so he's going to take a handshake deal. Instead of trying to give him more, because I was, literally, he wouldn't take this contract that was like $5,800. Oh, as must have been $6,500. Oh, that's, yeah, he's got a better offer because AEW's giving him 10% and plus another $5,400 on the bonus. So I figured, wait a little bit, wait for his contract to come up, and then he signs the handshake deal. Then we'll scoop him in, and just so it's not a bidding war, I can just kind of swoop him in very swiftly and steal him from AEW. So that way I don't have to loan him every time. Oh my god, they got us at the Tokyo Dome for this show, so I'm assuming this was not set as a tour date. No, it was not. There we go. So, that's fun. Just TV Sahi. There we go. Did it change? Okay, change that at least. That's fun. This will be on the broadcast, even though it'll probably hurt us as far as TV Asahi 2 goes. Yeah, I guess we could do Osaka. Haven't ran there since September. So that would probably be a smart idea if we can. Let's go with the Akiyama Recreational Gym. Alright. So the 6-man Suzuki-gun against Team Filthy. With Suzuki-gun beating Team Filthy. Which is funny, because we just had, at the Strong taping, we had kind of a story where it was going to be Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Dave Finley Jr. and then Juice and Minoru Suzuki, so a little bit of that. Probably should have done like a Team Filthy variation of that instead of Tomato Juice, but I just felt like that was going to be a better match because the main event's a 51, which is one of our better main events we've had for Strong. But that will probably actually open up the show. I don't know why I clicked it first. I just figured might as well talk about it now. Man, so the main event's probably going to be Ishimori Phantasmo against Roppongi 3K, which they will get the win in Bullet Club, beating... Oh, no. We have 2 victors, so I'm glad I saw that. Sho will be taking the fall. Or Yo will be taking the fall, rather. There we go. This is going to be a tough one to really... Because it probably should be this, even though... Really, I say 9 times out of 10, that's probably a bit bad I do this, but as far as the co-main, but I just know Lucha Brothers are going to carry it, and John Silver and Alex Reynolds will really come together well, so I think this could be a fun match. Fun bounce-back match for Lucha Brothers. Then Despy and Kanemaru against 1 or 8, and Tsurugi Gun are going to get their first win Despy's going to pin Master Watto. And then Top Flight, Ray Horse, and Flamita will be the match after the 6-man match as Top Flight and Mexa Blood. Which I just now realized, we only had 5 matches on the Day 2 show, which is just kind of funny. We're at the limit, so I've just figured might as well make it a thing, and we'll just move that there. Perfect. So, if we kind of... I don't know what would be the best idea. I think we're just going to give this a little bit more time. We're just going to give it 4 more minutes, and we'll just keep it with the 5. And just say, fuck it. Even though that probably will shoot. Yeah, just really that opener and Roppongi 3K are going to be used too much, but that's okay. It's alright. I think it'll still be a pretty good show. Yeah, Suzuki Gun, Team Filthy, 52. Not a bad opener. Obviously, Minoru Suzuki, Dave Boy Smith Jr., and then Josh Alexander. I figured they were going to carry it. Figured Filthy Tom Lawler would do a little bit better, though, but that's okay. Garcia being the worst guy, though, that surprised me. I figured that he'd be a little bit better than that, but that's okay. As Suzuki pins Daniel Garcia with the first DDT backbreaker, not even the gotch style pile driver, that's okay. So 30. Oh, a grade 3 AC joint separation. That is not great for Ray Horace. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. So that's... I believe he'll be out of the tournament with that. As, Flamita pinning Dante Martin with a 450 splash in 12:44. Looks like it will be Ryu Lee joining Flamita in that case. As Aero sustained a grade 3 AC joint separation. It's a 48 for Despy and Kanemaru against 1 or 8. As Kanemaru was him and Watto were the worst guys in the match. Taguchi carrying this one. Despy tapping out Watto with the numero dos. Taguchi carried the match. Thank Christ he did, because that would have been really bad. Really, really bad if that hadn't been for Ryusuke Taguchi. A 65 for Reynolds and Silver against Pentagon Jr. Ray Phoenix. Now, almost exclusive Ray Phoenix. Can't wait for him to officially be a part of us as far as the company full-time. Silver, again, off his game, that's okay. We make it work as Phoenix pinning Silver with the package pile driver / foot stomp combo. Good stuff for Lucha Brothers bounce back and a nice win in the 61 main event. It's really open on Phantasmo to do a little bit better, but that's okay. As Ishimori, there's the Bloody Cross. See Penzio, the Bloody Cross, and 24-14. For 61, and we increased our pop in 3 regions still, so that's fine. Could have been worse. Could have been much, much worse. Hell yeah. And as the end of 3 days in, a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries. We have not been blessed as far as that goes. But I think it's still going to be a good tournament as long as the Lucha Brothers don't get hurt. If they get hurt, one of them does, we're fucked. We're just going to be absolutely fucked. But I can't think of anything that damaging that's going to happen. Or Ishimori gets hurt. That would also suck. Well, I mean, what can you do? You know, that happens sometimes. Is that just people get hurt? It's kind of out of your hands. So we'll probably... Yeah, we'll stop the recording, but I'm assuming, because that does not sound good as far as what... Oh, 27 days he's only out for. But he won't be able to wrestle. So we'll have to replace him. Which, not great, but that's... Luckily, we're able to replace him at least. Luckily. From that standpoint. So yeah, on to day 4 we go. Alright, day 4. It goes back in Korakuen. Septimo Dragons brought 4 wrestlers to court, accused of being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. The judge, Hiroshi Tanahashi, found him guilty and sentenced him to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. And then Kojima passing microphone work tips to his protege Hayato Tamura. So, the dream of having full-time Jon Moxley dead in the water. WWE coming in, sweeping that completely out of the table. And that is now dead and gone. As now that contract, I mean, it's not it. I think he's getting offered $100,000 per month, and we could probably do it, but at the same time, it's like, is it really worth it that much? Like, John's great and all, he would definitely help us out as far as being a part of the U.S. title scene, but it's just not worth it in that case, in my opinion. So yeah, there goes that. So we'll just, I don't know why I clicked that, but oh, I'm all over the place. There we go. Yeah, it's this is what they're giving him. It's gonna be 101,600 per month. 4 years, exclusive in ring, events in ATV, 20% for the bonuses per show, and 40% of merchandise cut, plus an ironclad clause, which is kind of no-brainer there. I gave him, I think it was 100. I actually tried. I think it was 101, and then I think 500 maybe as the start. I did 5 years, exclusive. I bumped it up to 40. Did everything but house shows. We'll try events and TV, and then a bonus of 20 per event. And oh, that's right. It was 110,000 that we did. So we'll see what it does. Yeah, it's still not even good enough. So I mean, that's just crazy. I was just kind of toying with it. We'll try 120. See what it is. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. It's just, that ain't it, Chief. That is not it. If we could probably bump it to 40, maybe you still wouldn't. That's crazy. Because I don't even think if there is a downside guarantee. He has no downside, no signing bonus, anything like that. Seems to be the better all-around deal, but even then, not it. So that's just the way she goes. Can't have them all. As for the show, the main event will probably be Lucha Brothers. No, probably not Lucha Brothers Top Flight, actually. I think it will probably be Roppongi 3K and 108, maybe. Not a lot going on. It ain't it. You know, that's just very disheartening. Not a great show at all, really. Yeah, I think Roppongi 3K and 108 will be the main. Roppongi 3K will beat 108. The show's going to beat Taguchi, which is pretty awesome. Taguchi's pretty fierce about that, so let's not do that. He's just going to beat Master Wato to avoid that nonsense. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do Ishimori Phantasmo against Alex Reynolds and John Silver. I guess that could be the main. Because I like that a little bit better, to be honest. And then probably Lucha Brothers Top Flight will probably be the second match there. And then now Rey Horace will be out. Ryu Elite will be in. Junior Heavyweight Champion. There we go. I love how it's Mexico, but for some reason it wasn't. I mean, I guess, is he not even a part? I swore I put him in Mexico. Yeah, we put him in there. It's weird they don't count him. Huh. Weird. Alright, but, yeah, that's, and then probably, of course, the Death Riders Tomato Fin Juice match. Juice beating Death Riders of, Eddie Kingston. Homicide. And El Shota Umino, which now that stable makes 0 sense now we can't get Jon Moxley back. As Death Riders taking the fall to Tomato Fin Juice. So it's 3 minutes off. Or we could add something to main event to give it a little bit more, a little juice to it, if we can. So I guess we can kind of see what they got as far as tag matches go. I don't know though. Because I want to give some variety to it, so I was like, maybe a singles, but having a singles match would be kind of nuts. So maybe not. I think we'll just do a tag. I guess we could do Super Island Destroyers, Shelly, and London. I mean, that's not great either. So yeah, let's just scrap it. Let's just add more time to some of these matches. Well, we'll add 1 there. Just adding 1 minute. I think it's gonna matter. We'll bump this up a little bit to 19. And I guess we can bump this. Actually, yeah, this should actually be a little bit more, to be honest, just for it's supposed to be the technical masterclass match. There we go. We don't have a steal the show match, I guess. Probably should be that. Or no, no, we do. Okay. What's going on? Oh, it's because we haven't added the one match. That's okay. Yeah, now this is the card. Let's run it. See how it goes. 41. Whew. That is not good. A complete lateral ligament tear. Oh my god. That is another injury as D'Amato Finjuice beating Death Riders as Juice pins Kingston with the ball friction. Shows Yamano with a 24. It's 49 for Juice, 46 for D'Amato, 41 for Homicide. I love Dave Finley Jr. Wasn't even the worst guy in the match. It's a poor show to Yumino. I mean, that just does not sound good at all. And it's Dave Finley Jr. who caused it. Surprise, surprise. So 53 for Ryu Lee and Flamita against Despy and Kanemaru, as Flamita pinning Kanemaru with a 450 splash. So yeah, Ryu Lee again being the man. Can't helping this out. I mean, really giving Mexa Blood a little added umph to him, which is great. And Despy, the 43-34 for Kanemaru there. Good stuff. Good stuff. So 58 for Lucha Brothers, the top flight again. Just Lucha Brothers just carrying this damn tag league. It's Pentagon Jr. pinning Dante Martin after the package pile driver foot stomp combo. So yeah, the injury is now, not in effect for Dante Martin, but still not enough. They're still not in the 40s. So 54 for Roppongi 3K at 108. As Watto getting pinned with the shock arrow in 17-15. Watto somehow getting worse. That's not fun. I need showing you how to get into the 50s. I need it. Need it to happen. So 59, so right decision as far as what should have been the main. It's Phantasmo pinning Reynolds with the greens from Camwood Park. Yeah, Phantasmo with 46. So with 43-38 for Reynolds, of course, Ishimori carrying this one. Some good stuff. Didn't change pop. This was one of the worst shows we've had. Nothing above a 60, but that's okay, though. They all can't be winners. So we'll go through the tournament standings before we run the next show. So I'm just kind of waiting to see. Maybe if we did it back-to-back, but I'm assuming we didn't. To be honest, I'm assuming it was a normal, just as far as daybreak and then back at it again. Because I don't think I really jammed it, the schedule. Really, spaced it out pretty well, I thought. We'll just hang around just to make sure. So I'm assuming, at least I'm assuming. That is the case, yeah, it is tomorrow, so I should have known better. And Forgold's contract was coming up too, but again, I was like, well, WWE is giving him a per month deal. That's fine, we don't really need to do all that. Once we make enough money, we'll be able to get that, but it just, right now, we just haven't been really making a shit ton of money, to be fair. Yeah, on to day 5, after we go through the standings. As the standings, Phantasmo and Ishimori are in first place with 8 points. They're 4-0, which is awesome. I mean, that's what a great start for them. Roppongi 3K, Lucha Brothers are in second with 6 points. As, of course, Lucha Brothers losing to Roppongi 3K, so they have the tiebreaker in Roppongi 3K. And Roppongi 3K has lost to Ishimori and Phantasmo. Then in third place, 4 points, 108, Ryu Lee now in Flamita, as they beat El Desperado and Kanemaru, and they beat Top Flight, so not some big wins. They've lost to Ishimori and Phantasmo, and they lost to 108, so 108 have the tiebreaker win over them. Top Flight with 2 points, as is El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, which Despy and Kanemaru beat 108, and then Top Flight beat Alex Reynolds and John Silver, who are last with 0 points, which even though they outperformed Top Flight, they might even outperform Despy and Kanemaru. It'll be close. It'll be close. So we'll see how it all finishes out. We just got 3 more shows left. We'll go on to day 5, and we'll catch you guys there. They just want us to keep on running corking. I don't think that will happen now. And just kind of just ran there, obviously. I don't think we can do the Hiroshima Sun Plaza. Definitely not that preflux roll. Yeah, I guess Kyoshi we could do. This can, yeah, I guess we could have a not near close to capacity show there. Just, not a lot of great options. There we go. Emoria. Manasuha, that's perfect. So, now we have onto the semifinals as, of the 6-man tournament, Suzuki-gun Dark Order. Which, I'm not sure, you know, we could have it be not the opener. We could probably have it be, just as far as a regular match, and it'd probably do pretty well. Have it main. It's an idea. I think that's what we're going to try to do. Black Dwarf's going to be Doki, though. We'll bump it up a little bit. So our 17 there on the time. And, well, yeah, well, that's what we'll do. So, Suzuki-gun Dark Order. There we go. So, as far as what will be the co-main now. Oh, I don't know. Now, we got Lucha Brothers Nishimori and Phantasmo. And that not being the main, I would hate to see that. So, I think we're going to have that now be the Masterclass match. Yeah, because, I mean, that's just too awesome to not have it be the main. Lucha Brothers, Ishimori and Phantasmo. With Rey Fenix beating Ishimori. Keeping Ishimori strong, though. Just to give Rey Fenix a nice win there. Because he's the man. And the co-main, probably Roppongi 3K. Again, Ryu Lee and Flamita. Good stuff. So Sho is gonna. Well, he was gonna beat Ray Horse, but now he's gonna beat Flamita. Oh, there we go. And Despy and Kanemaru against Top Flight, which actually that's gonna be the opener, or not the opener. The match after the opener is Despy's gonna pin Top Flight, depending on who takes the fall there. Yeah, this will probably go on second as Silver Watto. As Silver's going to beat Master Watto, so Top Flight, or not Top Flight, Jesus, Dark Order will be getting the win over 108 and getting their first points of the tournament, which is very fun there. Bump that down. I don't know why that did not get added to the booking sheet, but that's okay. There we go, now we got it. Oh wow, wait, not even at the time. That's crazy. Huh. Well, just to add a little bit to this. No big deal. Kind of want to give more time to that, to be honest, too. I'll give that like 25 minutes. Yeah, I'll just bump it up to 22. Yeah. There we go. As, day 5 of the Road to Power Struggle. Some big shit happening. As far as Lucha Brothers beating the now, what was previously undefeated Bullet Club team. We'll see what happens here. It's the opener. So 54, Suzuki, David Boy Smith Jr. doing a great job. Carrying it, and probably should have got the win there, but again, Dark Order getting the win. As Suzuki-gun taking the fall, Taurus pinning Doki with the Infernal Suplex, which again, best guy beating the worst guy, so it's just kind of, at least there's some psychology there where it's like, the best guy of Dark Order is beating the worst guy of the team, and that's why they keep on advancing, even though there's people that are outperforming them. 42 for Top Flight and Despy and Kanemaru, as Despy tapping out Dante Martin's the numero dos. So again, Despy best guy in the match. Probably could have gave it to Darius taking the fall, but that's okay. Kanemaru again, the injury is just taking a big toll. So 49 for Reynolds and Silver against 108. You know, it's close. It's close. You could have went either way. Silver, again, just being off his game is really pissing me off. But Dark Order get their first win as he beats Master Watto after the Enziguri. That's got a 49. There's a 58 for Roppongi 3K and Ryu Lee. They're showing the 50s as Ryu Lee with a 59 is Sho pinning Flamita with a shock arrow and 1758. I got a 58. It's going to be a tough match to follow, but I'm sure they will beat it. They will. It's 62. Lucha Brothers beat Bullet Club team Taiji Shimori and El Phantasmos Ray Phoenix pinning Ishimori with the back pile driver foot stomp combo. Good stuff. Very good stuff there. That's a great show. I mean, that couldn't really ask for anything better. It's what we needed. Main event to deliver, co-main event delivered. Yeah, I mean, we're just skimming by, by the, just very, very close. You know, as far as skimming by, we're gaining pop somehow. I'm not sure where. You know, I'm assuming it's the States. Maybe it's somewhere else though. I'm assuming it's not Japan. Just us hitting the 60s. I don't. You know, we got to be like in the 70s to do that. But that's fine though. I mean, we're not losing pop, so that's all that matters at the end of the day when it comes to this series. Wanting to not lose pop, wanting to make money, to stay in business. Oh, AEW's announced some extensions. Oh, for TV deals. Okay, I don't really care about that then. So yeah, before we get into the strong, which we'll be obviously doing offline, we'll look at the standings. As it's now a three-way tie for first. Lucha Brothers, Roppongi 3K, and Phantasmo and Ishimori. Because obviously, Lucha Brothers have the tiebreaker, and Roppongi 3K have the tiebreaker over Phantasmo and Ishimori. So that's a very costly loss there. And we have 1 or 8, Despi and Kanemaru and Ryu Lee, which they're a little bit behind, you know, with 4 points each in second place. 1 or 8 have lost to Alex Jones and John Silver, though, so that could be very costly. Plus, they have lost to El Desperado and Kanemaru, so Despi and Kanemaru have the tiebreaker, and Ryu Lee and Flamita have the tiebreaker. But they lost to 1 or 8, so it's tough. But Despi's and Kanemaru, they're technically the, you know, 4th place team in that case. And Top Flight and Reynolds and Silver, they're at the bottom of the barrel. Top Flight, obviously, the tiebreaker win over Reynolds and Silver there. But again, if Reynolds and Silver can get another win under their belts, maybe they'll tie, you know, they'll have the tiebreaker win over 1 or 8, so they won't be technically the last place team. A lot going on still, but yeah, I mean, you know, we are coming up towards the end now. It's just kind of crazy, obviously, just from booking that G1, where like, oh, we got another round robin tournament. This is going to take forever, but it's really not. It's been pretty quick and seamless and painless, so very happy about that. On to day 6 we go. Alright, day 6. Let's see where we can go. Because I'm kind of like, we're kind of out of places that can kind of make sense. No, we got one here. Yeah, well, we could probably run the small hall at least. So it won't be a lot of people, but still, it will probably be, you know, better than nothing, I guess, as far as spreading our pop. So before we actually get into the show, for the strong day, but we did have a IWGP US title match, which would probably bring down the rating of how the belt is presented, but I thought it was a pretty fun match on paper as far as Kenta and Josh Alexander in the main. Josh Alexander almost outperformed him too, because Josh's pop has gotten really well in the States. The Gods of War and Crime Time players. The reason it got a 37 is because Jason Paul does have, the pop is just not there. But it's close. Once it gets there, though, I mean, this is actually a really good match for Strong. For Strong, you know, which is not a great ceiling, but we're almost getting 200 people there. We're slowly getting better. It took a lot of time, but we're getting there. And Puma King, making his debut on Strong, actually outperformed Lee Moriarty. I was a little nervous about that, as far as how Puma King would do. He actually did really, really well. It being a technical masterclass and him being Puma King. This is a fun match, though. Like, they're two completely different fucking, as far as workers and style and whatnot, and from that sense, but it'd actually be a really fun match. You could, because like Puma King and Lee Moriarty, they could do the technical masterclass match. I think they could do something a little lucha style, as far as if they did a match in Mexico and it played to that audience. I think it'd even it'd do really well as well. There's a lot of things, like, they could just kind of wrestle in a lot of different places. They could have like a type of a strong, like a New Japan style match as well. You know, as far as if they were like on for some odd reason did something on like an undercard of a New Japan show, I think the audience could react pretty well to it as well. It would just be a fun match to see, in my opinion. As for this, the semifinals, Chaos versus Tomato Juice, and we have it being the technical masterclass of Goto pinning Dave Finlay Jr. If there's nothing better for the main, which I'm not really seeing a lot of great stuff, I think we will have this be a regular match. And we'll probably give that a little bit more time now, as well. So we'll probably bump it up to about 20. There we go. I don't know why I kept on having to do that, but that's okay. How we did it, it didn't make sense, but we finally got it figured out. So, Ryu Lee and Flamita against Alex Reynolds and John Silver could probably... Actually, it's definitely Lucha Brothers 108. Is Phoenix going to pin Watto there? Which I feel bad. Mr. Watto keeps on taking a lot of pinfalls, but there's nothing more I can do. He's just not great. He's not great at all. This will probably be the co-main, or not the co-main, the match after the co-main. It's Mex of Blood, Dark Order of Reynolds and Silver, as Ray Horse is going to get he was going to get the win. Now it's going to be Ryu Lee getting the win. Now I'll have to... Oh. Just wanted to go with that match. Oh, this match now. Gee, did it get added? Okay, it did. Jesus. I was having a nightmare dealing with that. So, yeah, now it's this. As far as Yo's going to get the win, because I think Yo could use a win more than anything for the Roppongi 3K team. And Top Flight, Ishimori and Phantasmo. Ishimori with the steal of the show over, Top Flight. And now we'll have our technical masterclass match if we can. Because, yeah, we'll still need one. Yeah, a lot going on. A lot going on for sure. Think we'll have it be a singles match. And again, we'll use Hammerstone. I feel like there's potential there. I could use King Mo too, I guess. Throw an MMA guy out there. Could also use Leone Fujinami. Do him and Ashino. Does I have Ashino? I don't know, that's a little too back and forth for Ashino. Let's say we can't really do Makabe. Don't have a lot of great options now. Now I'm really thinking about it. It's like, I need it to be someone that's kind of mid to lower kind of tier. That could have I guess we could do Cobb. I guess that kind of works. I don't want to do Tai Chi, to be honest, but I just know Tai Chi. I mean, I hate his stats so bad. I want to fix them so bad. This is why I go into the editor and fix this shit, but I don't want to be doing all that. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, we just got a lot to choose from. I guess we could do Fredericks. Yeah, Carl Fredericks, Leone Fujinami, that's a little bit more of an opener sense. That's a tough one to call, but I think we're going to give it to Fujinami, I think. That will be what we do. We'll see if I'm correct and that's the right guy who has more in-ring performance, better in-ring performance. Save it, run it. Yeah, 32. Okay, right decision now as far as who gets the win there. Double underhook suplex, Leone Fujinami. 15:47. Yeah, poor way to start off the show and whatnot, but that's fine. We'll get it back. Yep, and there we go. 58. Taiji Ishimori with Bloody Cross on Dante Martin in 12:15. Ishimori with a 68, 47 for Phantasmo, 38 for Dante Martin, and 35 Darius Martin. 52 for Despy in Kanemaru against Roppongi 3K. A little close as far as just Kanemaru's injury. Really takes it out of the question. Yo pinning Despy in 16:09. I guess Yo doesn't have any finishes set. It's a 59 for Ryu Lee and Flamita against Alex Reynolds and John Silver. John Silver almost outperformed Flamita. That's fun. As Ryu Lee getting the win in 13:12. is a 62 for Lucha Brothers in 1 or 8. Ray Phoenix pinning Watto after the package pop driver foot stomp combo. And Phoenix was almost probably going to get into the 70s before too long. It was awesome. And the 64 main event, yeah, that Chaos team just killing it as Ishii, Goto, and Rocky beat Tomato Finjuice as Goto pinning Dave Finlay Jr. The Goto Shikai as Goto Shikai as 75 for Ishii, 63 for Goto, 62 for Juice, 60 for Rocky, 48 for Kaiju Tomato, and then the steady Steve Dave Finlay Jr. 28. Can't wait to get rid of Dave Finlay Jr. Goto was it? Of course, Dave Finlay Jr. was hurt, our tag team champion. Of course he did. So yeah, 62, 60. I mean, I liked how the card was kind of structured. Probably should have had Roppongi 3K and Despin Kanemaru be the first of the the first of the 4 junior tag league matches. But that's okay though. Still works out. Still works out. Yeah, I mean we are just basically coming up on the end here of the tour. We're getting there at least. As far as I can't believe it. Yeah, that's especially after that the G1. Just you figured that you had so much to do and everything would take so long. It'd be you're not doing a 3-hour video anymore, to where it seems pretty fast now. Naruki Doi gets hurt. Pay raise there. Tora Sugiura. So yeah, day 7 is happening next. We will look at the tournament standings though. Going into the final night, it is a 3-way tie for first as Lucha Brothers, Roppongi 3K, and Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo. So again, Phantasmo and Ishimori, they have a tiebreaker win over the Lucha Brothers. Roppongi 3K, they have a tiebreaker win over the Lucha Brothers. So right now, as far as Lucha Brothers having a tiebreaker win over Ishimori and Phantasmo, it would be, if the tournament was over right now, it would be Roppongi 3K and Lucha Brothers in the finals. It's basically a 3-team race, since Ryu Lee and Flamita are way down, but you see there, the Lucha Brothers, they gotta take on Ryu Lee and Flamita. That's a big-time match. It's a very, very big match. And, Phantasmo and Ishimori, and that's gonna be crazy, as far as how that plays out. And then Roppongi 3K, they have top flight, so you would assume Roppongi 3K are going to make it to the finals. You would assume that one. As then Phantasmo and Ishimori, they're taking on 1 or 8. It's going to be a close one. I know that much. So, we'll go on to the show here. Korakuen, which I don't know if we'll keep it in Korakuen. We've kind of ran Kanto a little too much. We might go back to Osaka here. Maybe, though. I'm just kind of curious where we can run. I guess we could just run the Yokohama Mura Hall. Not a huge deal. So, main event will be Lucha Brothers and Flamita. Now, instead of Ray Horus, will be Ryu Lee and Flamita. And the winner will be Ryu Lee and Mexa Blood with Flamita's Ryu Lee's going to pin Pentagon Jr. There we go. So, just to add into the effect now, Lucha Brothers not making it to the finals, if that's the case, if Ishimori and Phantasmo beat 1 or 8, which they do, and Roppongi 3K are going to beat Top Flight, so that is our finals, Roppongi 3K versus Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo. Tough loss for the Lucha Brothers. Now the idea, as John Silver and Alex Burns also going to beat Suzuki-gun of El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru as well, so that's fine. So the idea behind this is basically because Ryu Lee comes in for Mexa Blood and helps beat Lucha Brothers, Ryu Lee pinning Pentagon Jr., Phoenix will be challenging Ryu Lee in the at Power Struggle in an IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match. That would be implied as far as like in press conferences and whatnot. But just that's kind of the psychology there between that. Pretty fun stuff. Pretty fun stuff. I think the tournament went pretty well. Definitely wasn't a bust. Really every show was above a 60s, which is you couldn't ask for anything better for as far as something that completely forgot about and just kind of had to hurry up and throw something together. As the Super Iron Destroyers will take on the Gods of War. I think that's an easy little opener. So we had this at a Road to Dominion show. As we'll have Jeff Cobb, Technical Masterclass, slow build. There we go, and I guess we could have one more. I guess I didn't save it. I mean, it's not great. Guess we could have maybe one more. Maybe. We're just gonna see what we got. As far as what we could do. Thinking maybe a junior match. Like Bushi and... I was thinking Dogi, but... I don't know. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could do Bushi and Dogi. Just get Bushi a win. Kinda needs one. Assuming... Oh, we did this. We did this before. Summer Struggle Tour, Day 1, back in June. Wow. So we'll get rid of that. We'll bump this back down, as far as time-wise. We'll put it below the 16 mark, put it at 14. See how we're doing. Yeah, just a lot of people being used too much. That's okay, though. We'll bump this down, too. This doesn't really need to be that long. There we go, 12. And it's there. There we go. Seeing, I mean, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Alright. Big implications for a lot of these matches. We'll run the show. Yep, Bushi having a nice little match with the Ashi Road in 1546. Stoki with 39.52 for Bushi. They're 38. Not great. That's alright. It's Tour of the Islands for Jeff Cobb on Connor Kratos, which that would be amazing to see someone that size and picked up for the Tour of the Islands. So 47 for Reynolds and Silver against Despy and Kanemaru, which they outperformed them. So deserving win for Dark Order, beating Despy and Kanemaru's Despy taking the Inzaguri, thanks to the entry toll for Kanemaru. The 48 for Roppongi 3K and Top Flight, as they're going to go on the finals, which they have won the last 3 tag leagues up to that point, the junior tag leagues. So looking to make it 4 in a row. 55 for Phantasmo and Ishimori against 1R8, as Ishimori, best guy in the match. Even though he was really off his game, still outperforms Taguchi, and then obviously Phantasmo too, and then just Master Wado. Breaking my little heart. The 65, though, for the main event is Ryu Lee pins Pentagon Jr. Pentagon Jr. was off his game, as was Flamita. So, yeah, we now, because of that, Roppongi 3K and Taiji Shimori and El Phantasmo are the finals of the Super Junior Tag League, and we now are going to have Phoenix versus Ryu Lee, which will, we even have a little graphic for. Let me make sure I'm on it. There it is. Yeah, there it is. So Ray Phoenix, Ryu Lee, for that IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. So that's fun. And it makes a lot more sense now, as far as it was just going to be because we were going to have Phoenix. The original plan was to have Phoenix beat him, but then it was just like, we'll probably change that up now to make a little bit more sense. But yeah, I mean, Power Struggle seems to be going to be a fun show. The Super Junior Tag League's in the books. All in all, it wasn't a complete disaster like the best Super Junior was. So that was fun. We got to make up for that. And, Nation extended his deal. I figured he would. Because, again, it was another written deal. Another written deal per month. So just keep going. We'll just keep on advancing up until the actual show. Because I think everything's set. I think. There might be one thing I have to add. But we'll see. We shall see. I think everything's ready to go, though. Oh wow! I was thinking it would be a lot more seamless, but I guess we got a lot of things to go through. If I was smart, I would have just cut that out, but that's okay. We'll just keep it going. Sam Phoenix now has left AAA for the show. Oh, and the Tokyo Dome, no less. Holy shit! It's 2. Save in. Backstage incidents. Paul London. Create a fun, relaxed atmosphere backstage. Yes, Ishii and Harada passing on tips on selling to Harada. As 43,000 fucking people. It's a lot. A lot of people. So, the opener should be the never openweight 6-man, which will be Castle Dark Order. I guess the best way to go about this, though, will be going from top to bottom. So, Toru Yano, Tetsuya Naito, main event for that WGP World title, as just the heavyweight title, because back then still, as it's going to go 22 minutes, Naito's going to beat him. The dream, what could have been with Toru Yano and Naito, as far as Naito losing the heavyweight title before Wrestle Kingdom. So then the co-main of Ibushi and Jay White. Wouldn't you know it? History has been changed, and for the first time, someone loses the briefcase, but it's not Ibushi this time. It's Jay White losing to Ibushi, so a little flip-flop there. Just figured that'd be fun. Be a fun way to change history, but at the same time keep it to where the same players are still in effect. So even though Jay White probably undeservedly wins the G1, he's not going on to Wrestle Kingdom as far as the first night. What's going to happen on the second night, though, we shall see. It's Ibushi, and presumably Tetsuya Naito, at least if he survives up until Wrestle Kingdom, is your main event. That's fun. That is fun there. Then Shingo and Zack Sabre Jr. for the Never Openweight title. As again, a rematch from the G1 that got a 75. Shingo beat him back in October. Is that day 4? Or 14. Jesus. It's day 14 of the G1. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to get the win this time, though. Retaining his belt. Shingo a little unhappy about that. We'll keep him strong. Don't want to be making him upset. There we go. And I believe, as far as, then it's the junior heavyweight title match of Phoenix and Ryu Lee. As Ryu Lee will be getting the win, but, which is going to be undeserving win, because he's going to get outperformed. But after that match, video promo for Pac. The bastard, he's going to be back, and he challenges Ryu Lee, which we'll probably have to be all over this, because I got a bad feeling about that. As a challenges Ryu Lee for Wrestle Kingdom. For a Wrestle Kingdom title match. So there we go. We're setting up Wrestle Kingdom matches. Now it's Pac, Ryu Lee. Pretty fun. Pretty fun match that will be. As for now, the rest of the card, the Tag League Finals, which will be Roppongi 3K, and Taiji Shimori and El Fantasma will be getting the win, as they will be joining the ranks there. Yeah, this will be the 4th time they're in the finals, as far as showing you. It would look to be a 4-time Super Junior Tag League champion, but not so fast. It's finally somebody new wins it, and it's Ishimori and El Fantasma, which, again, that will give them a title match at Wrestle Kingdom, as far as a junior title matchup, which will be happening on night 1. There you go. It's, we're setting up shit. That's it's just exciting that they were now setting up shit for Wrestle Kingdom. So and then it's going to be Joe Doring and Brody Lee singles match. It's a special singles match. So obviously, because Joe Doring is going back to All Japan, Brody Lee's going to get the win there. And yeah, I mean that's good stuff for Joe Doring, as he's been a lot of fun to use. We'll probably bring him back, as far as he'll be now like a New Japan exclusive guy. But yeah, Brody getting the win in 16 as we finally get a winner between those two hosses. And in the finals of the New Japan Strong tournament, the first ever New Japan Strong openweight champion is Alex Shelley. Him and Jeff Cobb going to steal the show. An awesome match for Alex Shelley to get the win. It's Chaos in Dark Order, a technical masterclass, which is probably going to be the wrong decision. But Black Taurus will be getting the win to keep up in line for Dark Order. Getting outperformed in technical masterclass matches. As they get the win in Dark Order, beating Chaos. So Rocky Romero extremely upset by that. Keep Rock strong, hopefully. There we go, perfect. Awesome. So that is our card. As far as that, and the main card, we'll do some pre-show matches. We'll throw Kento out there, Kento Coben. See who could beat him. Thinking Moriarty? Or Fujinami. Probably Fujinami. So, yeah, we haven't done this before. 13. So Fujinami will be getting the win there. And then a tag match of Satoshi Kojima and Hayato Tamura against the team of, I was thinking Connors and Coughlin, but I don't know now. Maybe Finjuice. That would be Finjuice. And honestly, I'd have Dave Finley Jr. lose this match. I'll have Juice win. He's going to beat Kojima. Feel bad that Kojima's going to take the fall here in this pre-show match, but that's alright. So, for a slow build, too. Don't think it needs to go that long, man. Just all-out match. Alright. I was always set this way. They even have it be pre-show matches. What in the world? Yeah, we gotta change that. Got to change that. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this is, it's like some exciting stuff. A lot of things happen. A lot of stuff set up for Wrestle Kingdom now, and yeah, we got a lot going on. A lot going on for sure. As well, if no, we won't do anything else. I think that'll be it. We'll save it. So the first pre-show match of the two, Liana Fujinami beats Kento Koben in 12:32, double underdog suplex. As yeah, Liana Fujinami almost in the 60s. It's pretty crazy. It's a 59 for Finjuice and Kojima and Hayato Tamura as Juice hitting Kojima with the Pulp Friction. This is 62 for Juice Robinson, 56 for Kojima, which is awesome. 54 for Tamura, which is also awesome, and then a 32 for Dave Finlay Jr. What a bum. What a bum. That's a 53, and a little too short for it being an important match. Black Taurus, at least it was kind of close. It was kind of close, but our new Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions are Dark Order. This is Black Taurus and Disciples of Darkness. Dark Order get their first belts. It's the Never Openweight 6-man. So yeah, just felt like Chaos. They didn't need them, even though they're definitely the better team. Just don't feel like they need those belts. You know, obviously Ishii and Goto, they have their tag belts. They're having a great run. So just felt like they didn't need it. You know, as far as might as well try to make some guys out of it. And their ratings will be better. Obviously, this is not a technical masterclass. This is a little bit better, a little bit more even footing. Maybe not though at times, because Ishii would have done like into the 70s. But I mean, Rocky being awesome because he's Rocky, and he probably shouldn't have lost. Probably should have been tagged over Goto, and then just have it set up to have a tag title match. To be honest, probably would have been a lot better and would have made a lot more sense. That's okay. We're making it happen. Yeah, Alex Shelley and Jeff Cobb. Alex Shelley with a 77 as he gets the win, and he's your new and first ever New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. Yeah, Alex Shelley, 13-18. Very awesome. Very awesome match there as a Shiran Yu in 13-18. Yeah, Alex Shelley's the man. Very happy. 82, holy shit, as Brody and Joe Doring. I mean, yeah. It's awesome. Two beefy fucking lads going at it, beating the shit out of each other as Brody gets the win in 16 minutes with a big boot too, and laying out Joe Doring. Very fun. Very, very fun match there. Might be the best match on the card. Ooh. Bit of a letdown there. As, Ishimori and Phantasmo, they beat the Roppongi 3K team, and the former 3-time winners. So again, pinning with a yes lock makes no goddamn sense. So Ishimori, head and shoulders above everybody else. Really pulling that off, and Yo was off his game, really hurting the match a little bit there. Would have been in maybe close to the 70s had he have been on his game, but that's okay. It's a 78 for the junior title matchup. It's Ryu Lee making his first defense of the junior heavyweight title, beating Ray Phoenix. Kind of close, though. At least it was a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, two incredible luchadors having a great junior heavyweight title match at a sold-out Tokyo Dome show. I'm here for it. I love the variety of this card, because you have the Brody and Joe Doring match, you have this match, you got Zack and Shingo, and you got Naito and fucking Yano in the main. And you also have Ibushi and Jay White. There's just a lot of good stuff as far as there's a lot of variety. I like seeing the Pac challenge. Hell yeah, it gets a 58. Could have been worse. 73 for Zack and Shingo is, I don't know what the fuck's happening with Shingo, but a 58 is not going to cut it. Zack Sabre Jr., though, is rolling. Best performance so far of the entire show. How about the openweight champions, though? I mean, Zack and Shelly are killing it, which that's an awesome match. I thought about having that be a title for title kind of non-title match at Wrestle Kingdom, but I don't think I went through it. I don't think that's the plan. But yeah, I mean that'd be a very awesome match, though, if I do end up changing my mind and going with that route. Actually, yeah, that is happening. So yeah, spoiler alert, that match is happening. I won't say which day, but it's happening. It's a 77 for Ibushi and Jay White. Ibushi is now going on to the main event of Wrestle Kingdom as he beats Jay White with Kamagori in 32-21. Hell yeah. Thumbs up. We get saved by the Switchblade main event because he's only in the 60s. But then we got Kota Ibushi now going to the main event. And the main event's an 81. Tetsuya Naito beats Toru Yano in 21-35 with the Destino as Naito makes his fourth defense of the IWGP Heavyweight title. Then we get a Toru Yano Heavyweight title match. And it's an 81. Could have been a lot worse. But man, we're getting popping a lot of other places, so that's okay. I can't believe Brody and Joe Doring did so well, which is awesome, because I love that those two get to have a singles match. But a lot of great stuff, man. Just as far as the champions really pulled it out, even though there wasn't a title change, we did crown new champions in the strong open weight and the never open weight 6-man champs. We also have obviously new Super Junior Tag League winner in Ishimori and Phantasmo. We setting up Pac and Ryu Lee, which that's fun. Zack Sabre Jr. and Shingo was pretty fun, as far as Zack doing really well. As far as who's getting some love here, I'm going to give it to Ibushi, Zack, and Shelly, to be honest. Alex Shelley, I mean, what a fucking performance for him. Kind of feel bad we're not giving anybody love as far as who was in the best match. But, yeah, I'm just going to stick with my guns here. I think that's who should get the praise. It's good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Sorry again for the delay, but that's alright. As far as, it's still going to come out today, as far as the day it usually comes out on Wednesday. But yeah, thank you all, and we'll catch you guys next time for what will be the Destruction Tour, and, we'll be going through, I believe there's going to be 2 or 3 Destruction shows. There might be 3, might be 2. I think it's 2. I'll just say it's 2. So, we'll have 2 kind of major Destruction shows, and then it will be the Tag League, and then we'll have Wrestle Kingdom, so we're just four episodes away, which is kind of crazy, because I think we'll actually do the Wrestle Kingdom episode when Wrestle Kingdom IRL happens. The first 2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom happens, so that's kind of crazy that we're pretty much on par with the New Japan schedule right now. So that's fun. Thank you all, and even though we'll be 2 years, or we'll be a year behind by the time we get there, but that's fun. That's fine. It's still So it'll be pretty fun. Yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.